I'm Troy Peters. I'm with Washington State University. I'm an extension irrigation specialist and an associate scientist there. So I do a lot of farmer education and as well as irrigation research. I'm also a licensed professional agricultural engineer. Basically, we're going to talk about irrigation and potatoes, and specifically center pivots, and how to measure and use basically why uniformity in center pivots is important, and how to measure it and how to fix it, your problems with irrigation application uniformity. So we'll talk about efficiency and stuff as well, but primarily about irrigation uniformity with center pivots. The main message is that irrigation uniformity is really important, that applying the same amount of water everywhere in a field makes a difference, because over-irrigating potatoes causes problems, a lot of different issues, and under-irrigating potatoes causes problems. And so applying the same amount of water everywhere is going to be important for growers to have good potato quality as well as good potato uniformity, so that they all get all the right sizes across the whole field and they don't have a high amount of variability in their yields as well as their potato quality. So one of the things that I'm personally focus on and try to get across to growers is about how managing their water is really important. How irrigation management is important, because if you, like I said, if you irrigate too much, then you have problems. If you irrigate too little, then you cause problems. Not only does it cause problems for the grower in terms of his the yield and the quality of the potatoes that he gets out of the ground, but it also causes he pays additional pumping costs if he over irrigates. He washes fertilizers out of his soil if he over irrigates, and where those fertilizers go, they go into the groundwater. They go into streams and water bodies, where they can cause environmental damage. And so it's good for everybody. Grower makes more money. We save energy. We save water, and we save and we preserve the environment if growers are able to do a little bit better job of irrigation management. So basically knowing when to turn the water on, how long to leave it on, how to run their systems, and how to manage those systems for maximum profits. One of the things that we've been working on is there's a lot of tools that growers can use to help them know when to irrigate and how long to irrigate. And so what we've been doing is we've been working on putting together some mobile phone-based data systems that estimate crop water use, and then keeps track of what their water holding capacity is, and then decrements that. And anyway, in other words, it's just a tool that they can use on their phone to help them know when to irrigate. And it's tied into weather systems and stuff, so that it will help calculate their crop water use. So that's one of the things that I'm excited about. I think it's important for to help growers to do a better job of water management.
Before I let you go, would you like to add anything else about your presentation or about what you guys are doing?
No, I think one of the things that we struggle with a lot is that water and irrigation costs are minor in comparison with some of the other inputs, such as fertilizers and pesticides and stuff that are commonly dealt with, especially on vegetable growers like potato growers. And so they don't think about it as much, but that there is very large benefits as well as costs to mismanagement of your water, and especially irrigation water. And so what I hope to do is help growers to understand that importance, as well as to help them to know what to do in terms of how to know when to turn the water on, when to turn it off. So. In irrigation management, it's more we think in terms of like millimeters of water that was lost to poor irrigation management or whatever. And it really depends. You know, some farmers are better at managing their water than others. But typically people over-irrigate, especially on vegetables, over-irrigate by about 15%. So if they're applying, you know, 30%, well, in the U.S. we use inches, 30 inches of water, then they're probably over-irrigating by, you know, 3 to 5 inches of water. So you can save quite a bit, usually. But, you know, it depends on every grower is different, every situation is different, every field is different, so it's going to be different across.